Hi there, and welcome to Easy Star Trek Online with me, Kath. Today I am looking at threatening stance. So, threatening stance, let's have a look at the tooltip for this. So, I've got my friendship out today, this is my tank. So, let's have a look at threatening stance. So, activating this ability will cause your actions to generate a greater amount of threat. This, in turn, will make it more likely that enemy NPCs will target you instead of other allied targets. So this targets yourself. You get plus 300% threat generation, and there is a 40% chance that when damaged, you increase the maximum hull by 5% for 60 seconds for a maximum of 2 stacks per second, 10 stacks maximum. So you can gain an extra 50% maximum hull by getting stacks of threatening stance. Now there's a couple of other things that you can do that changes your threat and specifically to do with threatening stance. So first of all, one of the first choice selections in the tactical skill tree. So you have threat control, which is plus 100 additional threat generation whilst in threatening stance, and minus 100 threat generation whilst not in threatening stance. So that means that if you are on a DPS character or ship and you don't have threatening stance enabled, it means that you generate less threat. Now the other option is on this choice is hanger weaponry. So your hanger pets deal an additional 10% damage from all sources. So if you have created a character that is a pet DPS build on it, then you might not want to select the threat element of this. So there's also there's a trait that modifies threat as well called Menacing. So I'll read the description. Say space trait, double the chance for threatening stance to gain stacks and double the max stacks per second you can receive. Whilst threatening stance is inactive, decreases threat generation by an additional 50%. So what that means is that when you haven't got threatening stance enabled, your threat is further reduced, and when you do have it enabled, you get more stacks of threatening stance, i.e. the max hull. So if we turn that off, you can see that in the tooltip that 40% chance has gone down to 20% chance, and instead of getting 2 stacks per second, you get 1 stack per second. So now to get to maximum stacks, it will take 10 seconds instead of 5 seconds with that trait, with that personal space trait active. Now, something really important to say on threatening stance, it is one of those items that you turn on and you do not turn it off unless you want to stop generating significant amounts of threat. So do not put it on your spam bar. You only need to click it once, and then you can leave it until map change. You don't need to put it. You don't put it on your spam bar, otherwise you'll be flicking it on and off, and you won't be as effective tank. So let's activate it. So I've just activated it. You can see the icons appeared in my buff bar, threatening stance 3. So I'm in the Nimbus system at the moment, so I am going to launch a patrol. Let's launch rescue and search. I've put that on elite. So we're going into the patrol. So the first thing I'll do is I will activate threatening stance and try and show you the stacks generating. Okay, so threatening stance on. Let's go over to these enemies and start firing at them. Okay. So you can see here that threatening max hull enhanced. So already I've gained 10 stacks of max hull enhanced, and that I'm now sitting at 167,414 on my friendship. So as you can see as well, it lasts for a minute. So those 10 stacks will last for a minute, and it's refreshed whenever that 40% chance comes back around again. So with the trait Menacing and with the skill tree, you can pretty much, and if you're running a tank, you can pretty much keep that max hull, present, which will further enhance your tanking ability because you have more max hull to deal with, so you can take more damage. Okay, almost killed everything around here, so let's just get rid of that, and then we'll see those stacks come off as well. Okay. So after a minute, those stacks will then come off, and you'll see the hull come down. Now, what other use cases does threatening stance have? So threatening stance can also be used in solo content. So if you are doing solo ISA, ISE, Hive, if you're doing Hive, so HSA, HSE, then you can also use threatening stance to get higher max hull, which in turn boosts Tyler's duality. So Tyler's duality is a space reputation which increases your crit chance based on your hull capacity, with a maximum of 7.5% max at 200,000 capacity. Now, in a solo piece of content, you're the only person in there, so you want to grab all of that threat and get more max hull and get more crit chance. So as you can see, those stacks of max hull have now fallen off, and we'll turn off threatening stance, and now it's back down to 132,351. So hopefully that's covered everything you need to know about threatening stance. And if you've got any questions or comments, please let me know. Just write a comment or message me, or smoke signals or anything like that, and I will try and answer your questions. Take care. Have a great evening, afternoon, or morning, wherever you are, and goodbye.